What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about how to stay energized, how to be energized, how to get out of a rut, how not to burn out on a daily basis. I always get asked a lot of questions from my friends and some colleagues and stuff like that. They always ask me, how do I keep doing it? How do I wake up and post throughout the day? Some of them make little jokes and stuff like that. Some of them call me a beast on social media. It's not that. It's just that I have created these habits that I like to stick to. I think by creating habits, you can achieve your goals. I think by creating habits on a daily basis gives you that momentum. This morning, I'm not here to preach to anybody. And I can't tell you what's going to work for you. All I can say is what works for me and what helps me. This morning I went to church, and that's how I start my week. My week starts on a Sunday. So I woke up early, I hit the social medias, I did all that stuff, and I waited for my wife to change, my daughters to change, and we went to church. While I was doing that, I was already thinking about what I'm going to be posting on YouTube today. So it actually was perfect because his sermon was called Holy Habits. So, I mean, mine was how to stay energized and giving tips on how to continually be on here. YouTube is tough. I know that. It's tough trying to compete with these big dogs that are out there, you know, Mr. Beast and all these bigger videos. But what I found is if you step back for a moment and you look at the big picture and you analyze how you want to be, then it makes the experience a whole lot better. What I find is, first, like I said, I don't want to preach to anybody, but I pray about everything. I put it in God's hands. If people watch this video, then perfect. If they don't, then, I mean, that's how it is. I'm still getting better. I'm still perfecting my craft. I'm still learning how to speak more eloquently. I know I say that on a lot of the videos, but it's a continued goal of mine. It was one of my goals finishing 2024 and going into 2025. But to get back on the topic at hand, you have to create habits. You're not going to be anywhere in life without habits. You're not going to be successful at anything if you don't have habits, if you don't create stuff to get better. Now, there's good habits and there's bad habits. We're going to be talking about the good habits. Good habits are like small steps, you know? You keep going forward. On YouTube, you know, it's tough because you work on something so hard and then you put it out there and then you get like 1 or 2 likes. Or you get the infamous people that keep coming back and disliking your videos, which, I mean, if you're doing that to people, I hope you find some kind of peace and comfort in your life. I hope whatever is ailing you that you can get through. But if you don't find a way to energize yourself, you're going to get burned out. And you'll see a lot of people. I've seen some big YouTubers and stuff like that, or photographers, or anybody that's in a profession. If they don't take time to energize themselves, they get burned out. And like I said, I like to go to church. I like to pray. We own a photography and video company, so of course we have our materials. And the culling process is, it's like nails on a chalkboard. If you're a photographer, you know what I'm talking about. So comment if you agree with me. But it's a very tedious thing, especially when most photographers have ADHD. We want to do everything. We're like, and then we end up doing nothing because we're looking at everything. You know, we're researching things, we're putting things together, trying to build a nice video, and then we end up going to bed only getting 1 or 2 things done. The best way to combat that is to have a list, a daily list that you go through. Like I said, on my list, I have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, TikTok, and then all these other ones, the Google business profile and everything. And I slam all that stuff. But I'll take little breaks between. And that's how I keep energized. I'll look at my goals Sorry, I'm looking at my screen to make sure I stay on topic. I'm trying to get better. So I'm incorporating the screen so I could see my topics. But like I said, without that, you're going to run out of gas. You know, it's hard being on YouTube because you're looking at the analytics. You're looking at the likes and stuff like that. But the moment that you change your perspective on YouTube, the moment that you start to realize, or I guess know your why you're doing it, is when you start to shift. At first, when I first hit YouTube, you know, I was pounding out tons of shorts, tons on the daily. And I still do, you know, because I enjoy them. But now that I stepped in front of the camera and I'm working on myself, I'm enjoying this more. So now when I'm doing the culling process on our main work, I'll step away and come on YouTube, and I'm enjoying it. I'm on YouTube Lives now, which I never thought I would do because I always think someone's going to say something stupid or worry about people coming on there and just being ugly. You know what I mean? I don't do that anymore. My foundation is firm because I have a goal. I know what I want to do. I know I want to be on here. It's like a mountain. If you're looking to be better at what you do, you gotta attack it piece by piece. You have to attack it piece by piece with small habits on the daily. If you chip away at a mountain, it's gonna take you forever, but you're gonna see progress. You're gonna see that mountain moving because you're chipping away from that. Yeah, I do realize I'm taking some from the sermon because when I had my whole YouTube video for today planned out, you know, I listened to the preacher and his words kind of intertwined with mine a little bit. So, but like I was saying, habits create strong foundations. They make sure that you're able to continually grow. And that's my goal for 2025, you know. Praying, like I said, helps you make sure that it's in line with whatever you believe in. If you don't pray, I mean, you don't pray, but you can keep it in your head. Just say, hey, you know what? I hope this video does well. Please bless this video that's going out. And then the metrics, you know, if you quit worrying about the metrics are going to come. People are going to watch your videos because of you. That's just how society is now. And I keep telling my photographer friends, you know, we all have a talent and we can all take a beautiful photo, some badass photos, and we could post them out there. But if no one knows you're on there, or you don't come on there, you're not on any kind of social media app, how are they going to find you? And there's tons of other people out there. The game is now being visible instead of invisible. It's continuous putting out your stuff on social media. And like I said, if you change your perspective and you see everything as an opportunity instead of a task, you're gonna start to have a good time. Yeah, I do see the people that have these huge YouTube channels and tons of views and interactions and stuff like that. And we have to be honest. Sorry, I drank some of this stuff here. I want to make sure it's on my face. There we go. Anyway, sorry. I don't edit this stuff, so it's going to be as is. But like I said, I'll look at these big YouTube channels and yeah, you know, envy starts to come in. You know, a little jealousy comes in and you're like, dude, why? Well, how come my channel's not that way or this and that? But then I sit back, I'm like, look, you know, that person put a lot of work into that. That person perfected their craft. That person had their downtime. They had their start time when they started their channel. Now they're seeing the rewards of, you know, their hard work, the fruits of all their labor, or whatever they say. I think I might have butchered that, but it's because they put in the work. and they stayed focused. I saw a statistic the other day that someone said on their video. They said 99% of new YouTube channels or people fail. Not because they didn't do good. They failed because they gave up. They failed because their perspective was on the metrics more than anything. They thought that people weren't watching their videos or whatever the case is. And they just said, it is what it is. I'm not going to do this. They didn't like me. But they didn't give enough people or enough time for someone to like them. They didn't give enough time for people to interact, to watch their videos, to learn their personality. Give them the opportunity to get to know you. Some of them failed because they were fake too. You know, fake online presence is bad. You can tell that. What you see on my videos is me personally. And no one can comment on that. No, anybody that I know personally know how I am. And this is what I'm giving. I'm not gonna, I guess give you a different type of person that I'm not. Why is this doing this? Let me turn off this little mute, sorry. This is ringing. I'm not gonna give you someone who I'm not. Some people may like that, some people may not. But I'm not gonna give up on myself. I'm gonna give it an opportunity for growth. I'm gonna give an opportunity to someone to come across this channel and make that decision, whether to watch it or just move on. Anyways, I wanna keep this one short because I got another one I gotta do and 2 other ones for the brand deals. That's another thing. If I would have gave up on myself, when I first started doing this, I thought I was all right, decent. I know I couldn't talk good. I know I had an issue with a speech impediment that I have from a boxing issue, but that could have stopped me. I could have been like, hey, you know what? No, I don't want to be laughed at. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But now I'm seeing the brand deals come through. Now I'm seeing people saying, no, realizing that what I'm doing has a purpose. What I'm doing is going somewhere, especially for our photography business. It's opened up a new platform for us to reach out to people. It's allowing us to get better at how we are. It's allowing us to share who we are with the people that are contracting us. And the brand deals are seeing it. I got to work on those. There's certain requirements and things I have to say and speak to, but I mean, they're coming. So, small steps will always create momentum. You'll see people trying to sprint to the end of a race. Don't do that. Take your time. Enjoy the mishaps. Don't beat yourself. That's one thing I stopped doing. I stopped beating myself. Even with this stupid rag, I realized, it might annoy some people, but I'm going to stop beating myself. This is not a center stage where, I'm putting my faith in what people think about me. I want to connect with people. I want to build a community. I want people to come on here and enjoy just having a conversation. And that's it. Or listening. I'm looking forward to this on a daily basis now, instead of it seen as a task. Once I changed my perspective on that and I stopped calling things a tasks and making it more of an enjoyable thing, it changed the whole coming on here. I tell my wife, I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna go do a YouTube video. Leave me alone for an hour. I'll be right back. Before I was like, oh my God, dude, I gotta get out there and do another video. Jeez. But I think I touched on all the topics that I got here. I promise you, every video is gonna get better. Hang in there with me. I'm incorporating new things. I got the lightings, I'm doing everything else. The microphone's coming up next. So I'm trying to do all this at the same time, trying to get better with my presence. That's why you're seeing me do these things slowly, so I can get it right. I can't get it right if I have a microphone in my hand. I'm like, hey, let me tell you this, and 5 different cameras and all this other angles. Like I always say, you can't polish a turd. you got to fix the inside of it before you fix the outside. You can't have a nice custom hot rod with a crappy motor, transmission, frame. If you don't fix the frame on a custom hot rod car, it ain't gonna get very far. It's gonna come apart. And I know that by fact. I built a 56 Mercury, a 32 hot rod, 49 Chevy. So I know a lot of things about cars too. So by the way, you'll find out more down the road. I always like to learn new things, not just be one topic person. So anyways, I'm gonna get on those other videos. Like always, thank you for being part of this. And if this video helped you, comment it in the comment section. I'm trying to say that more. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you like what you see, continue being on here. Listen to me, rant and rave. Flop around with different screens and different things. Lights falling over and step back and enjoy life. Step back and be more carefree about what you do. Even like right now, the heater was out on the studio here, so I brought this light. It's a reptile light. It's for my daughter's birds to keep me warm. But if you see this, look at this. Watch. Oh. One more time. Oh. I'm trying to sit real close so that the light doesn't come through. But that's the thing. That's the beauty of this. When you're not caring about doing anything on the video except for just coming on here and chatting, you can do that. You can have these little lights come through. Look. Anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. The Longhorns lost the other day. That was sad from my daughter and us here. But now we can cheer for my other team, which is the Notre Dame. So, like always, thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for being part of the community. And we'll see you next time. Deuces.